Under the pale fluorescent light, a circle of mismatched chairs hosts a gathering of souls seeking solace. Anna's anxiety manifests in restless fidgeting, her unease filling the silent room. Mark's hardened gaze stares blankly ahead, betraying a past filled with unseen battles. Sarah, barely out of her teens, sits withdrawn, her silence speaking volumes of unspoken pain. Each clutches a paper cup filled with coffee, seeking warmth and comfort in the shared ritual. In the dim light, the group gathers, hoping to find strength in numbers and shared experience. Anna's hand trembles as she clutches her cup, the silence amplifying her anxiety. She nervously clears her throat, the sound sharp in the otherwise stillness. The words begin to spill, each one heavy with unspoken dread. It started with the performance reviews. Her voice trembles, betraying the vulnerability she struggles to conceal. She pauses, gathering her strength before continuing to expose her deepest fears. The weight of her confession hangs heavy in the air, each syllable a testament to her inner turmoil. Inside the bustling sales office, the air buzzes with the symphony of ringing phones and energetic chatter. Anna, a beacon of enthusiasm, is making calls. Her voice is vibrant as she engages with potential clients. The office pulses with life and opportunity. Anna's energy fills the room. In the sterile conference room, Anna faces her unsettling manager, Mr. Henderson. Mr. Henderson's smile barely conceals the tension as he begins his assessment. Anna, your numbers are adequate. His words hang in the air, a prelude to unspoken expectations. But we need to unlock your full potential. Weeks later, in the stark fluorescent light of the sales office, Anna sits hunched at her desk, a picture of mounting stress. The relentless workload bears down on her, each stack of paper a physical manifestation of her growing anxiety. She stares blankly at the computer screen, Mr. Henderson's absurd email mocking her efforts. With a sigh of utter frustration, Anna runs her hand through her already disheveled hair, the weight of it all crashing down. In the stark conference room, Mr. Henderson presents a crystal, light dancing across its surface. Anna watches her expression a blend of skepticism and professional courtesy. Mr. Henderson declares with conviction, "This will help you channel positive energy into your sales pitches, Anna." The crystal glimmers, a silent promise of untapped potential in the sterile environment. The sales office is dimly lit, the clock ticking ominously as Anna remains, a solitary figure amidst the stillness. Self-help books and crystals form an ironic halo around her, their promises of success a stark contrast to her weary visage. Exhaustion etches itself onto Anna's face, each line telling a story of relentless effort and fading hope. The weight of defeat hangs heavy in the air, palpable in the stillness of the office. The crystals glimmer faintly, their purported healing properties unable to penetrate the gloom that envelops Anna. In the sterile conference room, the weight of expectations hangs heavy as Mr. Henderson faces Anna. A polished table reflects the stark reality as Mr. Henderson slides the document towards Anna. Mr. Henderson's voice cuts through the silence. "This is your performance improvement plan, Anna." The room's tension escalates as Mr. Henderson reveals the bizarre requirement. It requires you to meditate in a sensory deprivation tank. Submerged in the inky void, Anna floats, her face a mask of rising terror. Her mind conjures the spectral visage of Mr. Henderson, his image a chilling specter in the abyss. Her body is suspended, her eyes squeezed shut, as the darkness amplifies her deepest fears. The darkness presses in, and Anna's silent scream echoes in the abyss of her mind. The fluorescent lights buzz mockingly over the silent sales floor. Summoning a fragile smile, Anna steels herself to make the call. Her voice cracks under the strain as she tries to speak, the weight of her emotions threatening to overwhelm her. Tears flood her face as sobs consume her, the call collapsing under the weight of her despair. The phone clatters onto the desk. In the sterile conference room, Mr. Henderson's forced smile masks a chilling announcement. Across from him, Anna's stunned silence amplifies the unspoken tension. The air hangs heavy as Mr. Henderson's words slice through the quiet. "Anna, I'm afraid we have to let you go." His justification is veiled in vague terms. "You're not a good fit for our spiritual vision." Anna remains frozen, the weight of his words crashing down around her. Under the sterile hum of fluorescent lights, a circle of folding chairs becomes a stage for raw emotion. Tears stream down Anna's face, each drop a testament to unspoken pain. Her voice cracks, a fragile sound in the echoing room. In a moment of raw vulnerability, Anna confesses, "He destroyed my confidence." The weight of her words hangs heavy in the air, a shared burden in the circle of support. Her confession echoes in the room, a stark reminder of the battles fought in silence. The camera focuses on Mark's weathered face, etched with the harsh realities of a life lived on the edge. His eyes, intense and unwavering, reflect a past filled with struggle and relentless determination. With a voice tinged with the grit of experience, Mark begins to speak. My story's different. His narrative unfolds, a testament to the raw, unyielding instinct for survival. It was about survival. Amidst the skeletal frame of a high-rise, Mark's silhouette etches against the sky, a testament to human endeavor. The construction site pulsates with life, a chaotic ballet of motion and sound where every clang and shout echoes resilience. He moves with assurance, his every step measured against the backdrop of dizzying heights and open sky. Each level gained is a victory, a concrete step towards touching the heavens, yet shadowed by the ever-present danger. His gaze sweeps the horizon, a surveyor of his domain, as he navigates the skeletal framework with unwavering resolve. Mark continues his ascent, a fearless dance on the edge of possibility, where every moment tests the boundaries of courage. Amidst the chaos of the construction site, Mark's emphatic gestures highlight looming safety violations, each movement a stark warning. Frank dismisses Mark's urgent warnings with a casual wave, his gruff demeanor a wall against concern. Frank retorts dismissively, "Don't be a baby, Mark. Just get the job done." The construction site buzzes with activity, a symphony of potential dangers ignored in the relentless pursuit of progress. Amidst the towering steel and raw energy of the construction site, a sense of lurking danger hangs in the air. A sudden, terrifying threat manifests as a heavy beam plummets from above, narrowly missing Mark. Mark's reflexes kick in, a burst of adrenaline propelling him out of harm's way in the nick of time. The near miss leaves Mark shaken but alive, a stark reminder of the ever-present risks on the site. Under the harsh glare of fluorescent lights, Mark stands tense, the weight of responsibility etched on his face. Blueprints lie scattered, silent witnesses to the brewing conflict. "This is ridiculous, Frank. We're short on helmets, harnesses are frayed. Someone's going to get hurt." Frank leans back, a dismissive sneer twisting his lips as he retorts, "We're on a schedule, Mark. Safety costs time and money." Mark's voice rises, laced with urgency. "Safety saves lives. It's not worth the risk." Frank's eyes narrow, a cold challenge in his voice. "You got a problem with how I run things?" There's the door, plenty of guys willing to work without complaining. Under the scorching sun, a construction site buzzes with activity, each worker moving with purpose. A sudden, sickening crunch pierces the air, tearing through the illusion of safety. Mark's blood runs cold as he sees David plummet from the heights, a helpless figure against the vast sky. The world seems to slow as David falls, the echo of the crunch resonating in the silence that follows. Amidst the chaos of the construction site, Mark sprints desperately, his boots pounding on the unforgiving ground. Sunlight glares off Mark's brow as he races against time. He arrives, breathless, to find David still and silent against the backdrop of unfinished work. David lies motionless, a stark figure amidst the disarray. Inside the cramped trailer, dust dances as Mark confronts Frank, the air thick with unspoken accusations. Mark's voice echoes in the confined space. "This was your responsibility, Frank. Your negligence put lives at risk." Frank sits hunched over blueprints, the weight of Mark's words pressing down on him. Suddenly, Frank rises, his face contorted with rage, a storm of fury about to break. Driven by uncontrollable rage, Frank lunges at Mark. High above the city, on the skeletal frame of an unfinished skyscraper, Mark and Frank engage in a brutal confrontation. The wind howls like a predator as each blow lands with savage intensity. Their struggle unfolds against the backdrop of the sprawling city below. The unfinished skyscraper looms behind them, a silent witness to their desperate battle. The construction platform creaks ominously, a prelude to disaster. With a sickening groan, the structure fails. Mark claws frantically, desperately clinging to a beam. Frank plummets into the abyss, his silent scream swallowed by the wind. In the dimly lit room, Mark sits silently, lost in his thoughts. Shadows dance across the faces of the other attendees, each lost in their own world. Mark breaks the silence, his voice heavy with unspoken burdens. "I survived," he says. His words hang in the air, the weight of his question palpable. But at what cost? The room remains quiet, the shadows deepening as each person contemplates Mark's words. Sarah's face is etched with sorrow. Her eyes reveal a deep well of unspoken pain. Her hollow gaze reflects a haunting past, a story of profound personal loss. A flicker of vulnerability crosses her face, a brief glimpse into her tormented soul. Her voice trembles as she begins to share her truth. My story, it's about losing myself. The weight of her words hangs heavy in the air, a confession of a spirit adrift. In a flashback, Sarah begins her new job, her enthusiasm shining brightly against the sterile backdrop of a corporate office. The office looms, a monument of cold, impersonal efficiency. Sarah sits at her new desk, eyes scanning the unfamiliar space, her initial excitement slowly fading. She opens her laptop, its screen reflecting the stark fluorescent lights of the office, a subtle hint of apprehension now visible in her eyes. A wide shot captures Sarah alone at her desk, dwarfed by the vast, impersonal corporate landscape, her initial spark beginning to dim. In the sterile office, Ms. Jenkins, a figure of formidable presence, presents Sarah with the employee handbook. The fluorescent lights highlight the handbook's glossy cover, a silent promise of rules and regulations. Ms. Jenkins' stern demeanor intensifies, her words carrying the weight of authority as she instructs. Memorize this, Sarah. It's your Bible now. Sarah receives the handbook, her expression unreadable as she accepts the symbolic burden. The handbook remains suspended between them, a tangible representation of the corporate world's expectations. Under the harsh fluorescent lights, Sarah sits at her desk, a stark silhouette against the monotonous gray walls. Her uniform screams conformity, a jarring contrast to the vibrant colors of her past. Her fingers dance across the keyboard, weaving through corporate jargon. The office, once a hub of creativity, has transformed into a soulless sea of identical faces. Each face is lost in the motions of mandatory team-building exercises. The vibrant spirit of the past is suffocated by the present sterile routine. Miss Jenkins presides behind her imposing desk, a fortress of authority. Sarah stands before her, a portrait of dejection and defeat. Miss Jenkins' words hang heavy in the air. We value conformity here, Sarah, not creativity. The weight of Miss Jenkins' statement crushes Sarah's spirit. A sterile, modern office, a cage of glass and steel. Sarah sits rigidly, her face a mask of frustration. Her eyes are fixed on the sleek computer screen, a silent battleground. The assessment deems her non-compliant. The words hang in the air, a judgment in cold, digital ink. Sarah's frustration deepens, her resolve hardening against the machine's verdict. Under harsh fluorescent lights, rows of desks fade into the distance. Sarah types feverishly, her focus absolute. Miss Jenkins looms, her presence a shadow of scrutiny. Miss Jenkins watches, her narrowed eyes missing nothing. The silence amplifies the tension. Every click echoes under Miss Jenkins' unwavering gaze. Sarah confronts her reflection, finding only a stranger staring back. The spark has vanished, replaced by a lifeless emptiness in her eyes. She barely recognizes the person staring back from the glass. The humming office lights serve as a constant reminder of her monotonous existence. A silent scream echoes in her mind. I am a drone. In the sterile office, Sarah's anxiety is palpable. As Mr. Thompson's gaze intensifies, the coldness of corporate judgment hanging heavy in the air. The polished desk becomes a battleground. As Mr. Thompson slides the ominous performance review, its words branding Sarah's future with uncertainty. The document declares Sarah's fate: embrace the corporate identity or face the abyss of termination. Sarah's inner turmoil intensifies as a bead of sweat betrays her mounting fear. The weight of expectation crushes Sarah as the threat of conformity looms, each second amplifying her silent struggle. Within the sterile confines of the office, Sarah's rage explodes. Her voice shatters the calm, echoing with raw fury. With violent energy, she tears down the motivational posters. She shreds the posters, her fury unleashed in every rip. Guards flank Sarah, their stern faces a stark contrast to her anxiety. Each step echoes her defeat, as she is led through the sterile office environment. The security guard's presence emphasizes Sarah's isolation, a silent procession marking her departure. The guard's firm grip intensifies Sarah's despair as she is walked through the office. As they leave the building, Sarah's future hangs in the balance, her departure witnessed by indifferent walls. The door shuts firmly behind Sarah, sealing her fate as she steps into an uncertain world. Under the sterile hum of fluorescent lights, a circle of folding chairs awaits. Sarah sits hunched, a figure shrouded in muted colors, avoiding the gaze of others. Her silence speak volume, a palpable barrière against connection. In a voice barely above a whisper, she confesses, "I don't even know who I am anymore." The weight of her words hangs heavy, each syllable a testament to her fractured identity. A profound sense of loss permeates the room, each member grappling with their own silent battles. In the subdued light of the support group, faces etched with untold stories reflect the weight of workplace traumas. Eyes downcast and gazes blank, they are lost in the haunting echoes of past experiences. The dim lighting casts long, dancing shadows, mirroring the unspoken anxieties that fill the room. The air hangs heavy with shared burdens, each breath a silent testament to resilience and pain. Each participant embodies a canvas of silent stories, echoing through the dimly lit room where shadows dance with anxieties. Bathed in the cold, sterile light of the office, Anna stands alone. A new motivational poster blazes with empty promises. Embrace the spiritual synergy. Her eyes lock onto the poster, but her expression remains blank. The fluorescent lights hum above her, a stark contrast to the supposed spiritual synergy. Amidst the chaos of the construction site, Mark's attention is caught by a frayed cable, a glaring oversight. A flicker of hesitation crosses Mark's face, a silent battle between duty and fear. The frayed cable hangs precariously, a visual metaphor for the risks lurking in every corner. Mark stands frozen, his mind racing with the potential consequences of this negligence. His worry deepens, painting his face with concern. In the stark, corporate office, Sarah stands as a figure of quiet resignation. The manager presents the metallic name tag, a symbol of cold corporate identity. "Here's your new corporate-approved name tag." The manager's tone is as impersonal as the metal in his hand. The coldness of the tag seems to seep into Sarah's soul, another layer of identity stripped away. In the dimly lit meeting room, a new face hesitates at the threshold, his eyes darting nervously across the room. David's uncertain gaze sweeps over the circle of expectant faces, each a story etched in lines of hardship and resilience. He pauses, a flicker of doubt crossing his features as he contemplates the silent invitation of the group. David takes a tentative step forward, drawn by an unspoken promise of understanding and solace. In the dimly lit meeting room, faces emerge from the shadows, each bearing the weight of untold stories. Eyes meet across the room, a silent acknowledgement of shared burdens and unspoken understanding. Sarah's eyes reflect the collective pain of the group, a mirror to the struggles within. In the depths of their eyes, a fragile spark of hope flickers amidst the darkness. The room hums with unspoken words, a sanctuary where vulnerabilities are laid bare and solace is sought. In the softly lit room, mismatched chairs form a circle of silent anticipation. David hesitates at the entrance, his face etched with uncertainty. Dr. Lee extends a comforting gesture towards the empty seat, her eyes full of warmth. With gentle reassurance, Dr. Lee speaks. "It's okay, David. You're not alone." David looks at Dr. Lee, hope flickering in his eyes. Dim light fills the room, shadows dancing around a circle of expectant faces. David, mid-30s, sits nervously, a worn notebook his only anchor. He steels himself, a shaky breath preceding the words he is about to utter. David begins, his voice barely a whisper. "It started with a simple request." The support group members sit in the dimly lit room, their faces etched with empathy. Each face reflects a shared understanding as David's story unfolds in the quiet space. Long shadows dance on the walls, mirroring the flickering candlelight and the unspoken emotions. A sense of quiet solidarity fills the room, binding them together in shared experience. The air is thick with unspoken words, a testament to the silent bonds forged in the support group. In the heart of the night, the support group members find solace and strength in unity. Under the harsh fluorescent lights, the support group meeting room buzzes with an unspoken tension. Anna sits, her gaze distant, a fragile hope flickering in her eyes. Mark shifts in his chair, a silent prayer escaping his lips, his eyes searching for solace. Sarah's presence adds to the room's quiet intensity, as her eyes mirror the shared vulnerability. In fleeting glances, they seek comfort, a silent symphony of shared burdens and quiet resilience. A collective breath hangs in the air, anticipation mingling with trepidation as the meeting begins. Under the sterile hum of fluorescent lights, a circle of folding chairs awaits. Dr. Lee, a beacon of warmth, presides over the gathering, Her kind eyes reflect the hope she instills in the room. With a gentle smile, Dr. Lee offers, "Sharing your experiences is the first step towards healing." The quiet room holds the weight of unspoken stories, ready to be shared. Under the harsh glow of fluorescent lights, a circle of folding chairs becomes a sanctuary for weary souls. Etched with worry and fatigue, each face tells a silent story of battles fought and burdens carried. The weight of shared struggle permeates the room, binding them together in unspoken understanding. Fluorescent lights hum above, casting a stark light on the raw emotions laid bare. In this room, silence speaks volumes, echoing the silent battles fought beyond these walls. The fluorescent lights hum. A sterile yet comforting glow blankets the room. Empty chairs sit in a circle, their silence amplifying the room's stillness. The walls, painted in soft hues, offer a sense of solace amidst the quiet. A worn table stands as a silent witness, ready to bear the burdens of shared stories. The air hangs heavy with unspoken words, a sanctuary for souls seeking solace. In this room, vulnerability finds its voice, and empathy echoes in every corner. Soft lamps cast long shadows, painting the faces of support group members with vulnerability and resilience. Voices crack with emotion as each person bravely recounts their experiences, seeking solace and shared understanding. Comforting nods and words of encouragement ripple through the room, fostering a sense of camaraderie and strength. In the dimly lit room, a palpable sense of unity blooms as each story weaves a tapestry of shared hope and healing. Emerging from the support group, Anna, Mark, and Sarah step into the night, their forms outlined by the city lights. The weight of shared experiences etches lines on their faces, yet they find comfort in their bond. They continue to walk, their collective presence a testament to resilience. In the quiet of the night, they walk on, together.